Hi guys, my name is Steve B. I want to talk to you today about staying sober for today. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It's a beautiful, quiet, very peaceful Sunday morning. It's a Sunday morning down here at the park and beautiful day, a little warm, but very comfortable in the shade. Very comfortable in the shade. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well on this beautiful July 6th, 2025. Um, and I thought I'd talk to you today about how time flies, you know, and it really does, and it seems the older I get, the faster time flies. When I was a little kid, man, it went by so slow it wasn't even funny. Now that I'm 68, wow, it flies. It's like breakneck speed. The days add up into weeks, into months, into years, and here I sit. 68 years old. I quit drinking at the age of 35. I'm 68 today. Going on 33 years sober. A day at a time, one day at a time. That's all it is. Don't overwhelm yourself with that. You got to have that. No, you got to have one day. And what you do with today is gonna actually determine what your life and what is life made up of. It's made up of a series of days, and I never knew that in the when I was a kid. I thought I was gonna stay a kid all my life. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a freaking older man, which is okay. It's okay. I love getting sober and aging, as a sober man, which is quite a wonderful thing. I spent a lot of years as a drunken, as a young boy, drunken young man, drunken 35-year-old man, and I came into AA. And now I've been sober 33 years. And, sometimes I wake up and I can't believe how much time has passed in my life, that I'm actually 68 years old. Sometimes I gotta look and say, am I really 68 years old? Yeah, I really am. One day at a time, I turned 68 years old, and millions and millions of memories. Oh, the memories. Wow. Going through the years and thinking back, and I do reminisce sometimes. Sometimes I think of and I'm kind of like with music. Even I'm a music connoisseur, and I love the oldies. I love the oldies, and I just like them. I don't even know what's new on the radio today. I could care less. I listen to the old stuff on Pandora, and I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. I don't care. I'm not interested what kind of music they have today. That's just it doesn't thrill me. It doesn't interest me. Yeah, I like listening to the oldies. When music was really good. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think it's as good today as it used to be when I was growing up. Music had a little substance. Now it doesn't. It's kind of empty, if you want my opinion. And I'm gonna give it to you whether you want it or not. I like the older stuff. I really do, and I'm sticking with that. But thinking back, I think back and I think, well, I was, and I kind of like it. There's a timeline. When I first got sober, I couldn't tell a timeline. I didn't know what timeline was. I didn't know. It was like, yeah, I'll tell you my story, but I don't remember it. It was too foggy. It was too hazy. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. I was such a mess. And today I could put a story together. I can remember things that used to happen. I could remember grade school. I could remember junior high school. I could remember high school. And after that, when the drinking was at its worst, there's a lot of blank spots. But I remember kind of vaguely what happened, you know. And when I did drink, I loved blacking out. I loved blacking out. And today, thinking back on that little statement, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. The things you could do in a blackout is terrifying. And I pray to God today and I thank Him every day that something terrible didn't happen. As far as I know, I hope nothing did. You know, my brains were basically mashed potatoes for until I quit drinking, and and God gave me an opportunity to have another life. And it has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with being blessed. I'm blessed today. I'm a blessed man, and a fairly happy man. You know, when I was drinking, I wasn't happy. I was a prisoner. I was like a caged animal. And alcohol was my master. Satan was my master, and today they're not. They're not today. God, Jesus is my master, and He's not going to let me down. He cares about me. He wants me to do well. And I got a little secret for you guys. He wants you to do well too. So think about this. If you want to get sober and you can't, start with today. Start with today. Today is the best day to start. Not tomorrow, not a month from now, not a half a year from now. Today. So, stay sober today, and I'm here to tell you that only good stuff's gonna come from that. You know, honestly, alcohol is gonna take you down. It's gonna make you sick, physically, mentally, spiritually. It's gonna make you sick, and then ultimately, it's gonna kill you. You know, they used to say in recovery. I remember this from the beginning. They used to say, "What is waiting for you?" The end of alcohol is jails, institutions, and death. And none of those sound good to me. I don't want any of them. I want none of those. And but you get sober, and what does sobriety bring me? The best thing sobriety ever brought me was a relationship with God, with a higher power, um, Jesus, if you will. That's what I like to call him. And honestly, he's there for you, and he cares for you. And if you haven't come to him, come to him. That's my opinion. That works for me, and I'm here to tell you that if you want it, you can have it too. He doesn't make hard times for people that want to come to him. He doesn't make it hard. You just come to him and ask him to take your life and make it something really beautiful, because it's you can do that. You can do that. You can do that. You know. If I wanted to do that on my own, I couldn't do that. But with Jesus' help, I can do that. You know, the beautiful day down here at the park, it's 84 degrees, and the shade is just awesome. I like the sun, but I like the shade too. And there's a lot of shade today, and I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I know that life is beautiful for me today, and it can be for you today also. Um, it's a nice breeze going. Good. Lord, is it beautiful. And so, what do you guys got planned for this Sunday? Sunday, July 6th, 2025. Uh, it's uh, it's gonna be that all day. It's um, it's a wonderful day, weather-wise. And then my head is in a good place today. Ready for a meeting. Whether anyone comes or not, that's not up to me. I don't have control over that. But whoever comes, you can make it the best it can possibly be. You know, you can make it good. You can make it as good as you want it. It's um, it's all up to you. You can make it good. You can make it bad. You can make it whatever you want. You have the power to make yourself happy. And I gotta tell you, today I want to be happy. I used to think, well, happiness is something that happens to you. And I know today that no, happiness is a choice. And I want to choose to be happy today. Why not? Why not? It's a great day to have a great day. And I want to be happy. And drinking isn't going to make me happy. Drinking is a false happiness. I used to think, yeah, that was instant happiness in a bottle. But it's not. It's, um, it's instant trouble. Like the things that could come out of drinking. Drinking is a killer, and it will kill you. And I don't want to die today. I don't want to die today. I want to. I want to be as good as I could possibly be. I want to be as happy as I possibly can be, and that's about it in a nutshell. And how do I do that? I choose happy. I got a little magnet from my refrigerator that says choose happy because that's a choice. I want to be happy. I used to think, God, please make me happy. I was miserable in my job. I was miserable in my own skin. I was miserable in my life. I hated everything. I hated everyone. God, please make me happy. And you know what? I learned somewhere down the road that happiness is a choice. And it's up to me. If I'm not happy, I got one person to blame for that. Me. And I choose happy today. I want to be happy. I want to make it the best it could possibly be. The best day it could possibly be. And you know how I do that? I look to the Lord and I say, Lord, help me through this day. He helps me through the day, and everything that comes in my path is supposed to come in my path, you know? And so far, so good. I got my 4 miles in. I've been dreaming a lot lately. I'm not crazy about the dreams, but, you know, um, dreams are a part of life too. I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's clean, if it's like working things out while you're sleeping. I think it probably is. But, I personally, um, I don't know. Dreams freak me out sometimes. I don't know nothing about them. But my waking life, I got control over that. I got control. And, oh, absolutely. It's up to me what I think in my head. And if I'm not thinking in my head good, or if I'm not praying the way I should, I can ask God for help, and I do. I need help with those sort of things, because when I'm having a hard time praying, the devil's laughing because he doesn't want me to pray, and I got to fight that. And I've been learning, and I'm doing better, and life is going well. And they say if it isn't broken, don't fix it. So guys, give me a like and subscribe. Give me a comment. I would love that, and I'll get back to you, and I'll chat with you. God bless.